Okay, are we live? Okay. Call me Victor. Welcome to chapter one of Suzerain. I'm going to try to get a little bit of streaming in today. Going to try to do like 45 minutes, and also in about 10 minutes, I'm off. But otherwise, here we are. Um, yeah, internet seems to be working good. Mic seems like it's working good. Finished up some clue finders, third grade earlier today. And let's see, I'm kind of trying to figure out my positioning. Should I be like right here where I'm like, yeah, hold on, why can't I move through the? Oh, right, yeah, it's like this. Oh, I think I can. Hold on, I'm gonna probably be playing with things a decent amount here and there. I change scrolling speed. Is that a thing? Oh, we could change the font. Lexia. Oh, font size. Oh, this is great. This is gonna be really useful over the years. Be able to make it bigger. Okay, yes, but yeah, so I'm gonna be just right here next to Anton going. Anton. Hamburgians. Yeah. Good job, Bert. Oh yeah, you can just act in like that. Okay, so we're gonna be going full schizophrenia president. I believe that's what I'm calling this. Um, it looks like things are different than they used to be. It used to be that they'd have the alerts up top. Let's see. We can go to the national map here. Regional. Okay, we don't really need the regional. Go here. Ah, this is what I was looking for. This exclamation point. Okay, excellent. You got to remember, in a lot of ways, I'm seeing this game with new eyes for the first time because there's been changes. So this is kind of like a warm-up thing. That's what I'm also gonna do with Medieval 2. I don't know if I had mentioned that on stream already. I'm gonna start with like literally doing easy, do a campaign, build myself back up. It's like resistance training, that sort of thing. So let's get a briefing on the situation. Here's Peter Vectern. He is our. I mean, you could always pause and read this. I'll try to remember to scroll through this, but right now I don't have an audience to cater to, so I'm just gonna get moving here. Basically, he's charismatic, and yeah, he's just that guy. He walks in, guy walks into the room, his dick's been there for 10 minutes. He's got a lot of experience. Yeah, 14 years as an MP. Our vice president. Yeah, everybody loves him. He's right here. He's a centrist. He favor of Alfonso. So he was basically like, he's like I guess you could say he's like a nationalist, but he's the true centrist. If I remember correctly, at the end of the game, when you're shown on like the political compass, the Lord knows the political compass is limited by the 2 dimensions they're in. At the very minimum, you do, I think, but it's fun for a game, and that's what this is. It's a game. It is fun. But so I think he is literally in the middle, and I'm very curious to see is like going full random because of the way I figure it. Because you're gonna you got to make like dozens and dozens of decisions, right? I figure if you're always randomizing, shouldn't you go in the middle? And I know that it's not as simple that it's like always number 1 goes left, number 2 stay middle, number 3 go right, or stuff like that. But still, it should be interesting to see if we end up, like in the middle theoretically, because we're always taking random ones. And slide left, slide right, crisscross. Everybody get some nukes. Okay. Yeah, and then we'll get that achievement, the nuke achievement. Okay, he's loosing his tie. Yeah, he's all. Yeah, I need to start working on what voices because I'm going to be going through these a lot. But what do I want to fit Vector? So he's a centrist. I feel like the voice. There we go. Pants. Oh, enjoying the new. Let's see. Okay, so this guy, he's centrist. I feel like his voice is coming from the center. He's not up here. He's not down here. right here. But he's got a smile. He's got a smile and soft eye. Could be president. I'm a heartbeat away from it, but I don't want it. I'm like, cash? Maybe that's weird. They'll be saying, putting some. I think there's not a growl in there. Enjoy. And he feels like he's got like a wide upper lip. Does that make sense? Let me try to talk. Let me try like this. Okay, I'm like, oh, you can see my teeth. Yeah, because I guess he's smiling then. I'm literally holding parts of my face. Okay, so here we go. Enjoying the new secretary I picked out for you? Thought you'd appreciate her gorgeous set of talents. It's a shame the rest of your staff aren't as easy on the eyes. All right. So yeah, he's going. But hey, back in university, yeah, and he's just like, we're here, we made it, we're in the party. All right, here we go. We're in the party, we're having a party, everything's party. Okay, so how I'm trying to find out. I guess there's no reason I can't just do it here. How do I add the wheel spin OBS? I'm not 100% sure if there's a so give me. I want to show you that it's true random, and I also want to do it spin style. Okay. You can have exercise that you do for every sub or every donation. Okay. All right. Call this option 1. 1, 2, 3, number 4. I always kind of want to make a dealer's choice thing, because aren't there sometimes 4? But it's rare. I think it's really rare that there's ever more than 3. I think, you know what, let's just have it be 3 for now. Okay, so we've got that click spinning. So
we can set a color we want. Let's
okay.
say green. We copy the screen while we're doing it.
So
okay, the screen. Now we have a problem though.
You gotta copy this. Edit the title. You know what? This is probably something I shouldn't be doing on stream, actually. So, you guys will just have to trust me. And generator. We're gonna have 1 through 3. Okay, generate. The problem is, I want it on the screen because I can't. But I got. Oop! I just heard that beep. Okay, so. Second. Off the glasses. Thank you. All right. Give me a second. Okay. Okay, so random number generator, we hit 3. This is not the time to celebrate, Peter. We have work to do. Whoops. Dang it. Trying to. There! Got it. It's not the time to celebrate. We have work to do. We want to talk about our political strategists. Lucy and I had a meeting with the party and the reformists. Random generation schizo brain says, great, let's go over this when Lucian arrives. Here comes Lucien Galed. Compact man. Sharp, bird-like features. After surveying the room from wall to wall, he sat down, poured a glass of water, and opened his briefcase in a series of quick, graceful moments. Sharp, bird-like, quick, graceful. How does he talk then? Gentlemen. Maybe he's in a kind of like in a clipped way. Academic background in sociology and law. There's a gap in his public record for a decade after graduation. Reemerges as a lawyer and chief strategist. Recognized for his political acumen, early supporter. That year, just missing that, decade, don't worry about it. Gentlemen, clock stuck 3 o'clock. Damn, you are exactly on time. Alright. Hello, Peter. Okay, so generate to Lucian, how are you? I am ready and able, sir. Let's start evaluating our situation. So the people are demanding change. They're more concerned about the economy than the Constitution, but they blame the system is to blame for basically the system's the problem. The reformist says true change can be accomplished by transferring some of our powers to the Assembly. Okay, so here's our first real political decision. Okay, number 3. If we lose power, we won't be able to execute the changes we need to make for the good of the country. So we're saying that we can't give it up to some sort of legislative body. This isn't going to work. Lucian, get your head out of your ass! It may create issues, however, with the reformists gaining more popularity, we may not be in a position to stand against them. That big bushy here, like, I feel like he has to maybe put his lips a little forward, like I'm talking right here, but then I can go forward. Mr. Richter managed to persuade many members of the Assembly to give their support for drafting a new constitution. Reformist politicians will be increasing in number. While the reformist wing inside our party is still a minority, they could have a tripartisan majority in the Assembly, especially if they unite under Franz Richter. So remember, Franz Richter, this guy, leader of the Freedom and Justice Party. So these are like social democrats, kind of liberalism, sort of well, I mean, it says it right here. Yeah. Traditionally anchored in the center. Like, let me use the games word before I put it in their mouth. But it's essentially a joint name for all those who were opposed. I mean, there's people who are opposed to. We're going to get into the bloodish and stuff later. But basically, the shorthand is People's Freedom and Justice Party. The opposition party that is more national. Swordland Party. Historically connected with various segments of the society. From middle to upper middle classes. We've got 2 types of middle and upper middle. That's how diverse we are. Encompassing professionals, government employees, academia, students, progressive thinkers, and union members. Like the broad left wing. But it says here, like, the bloodish are having an issue. And Richter is embracing market-oriented policy. People who are kind of like, it's like, yes, we need democracy, but also the government is supposed to do something. That sort of thing. But it's just kind of, this is just broadly the anti-soul party that is got, its subsections. Always more divisible. Right? Okay, generate our answer is 3 again. Our party must fall in line with our position. We can't have a strong divide. If our party fractures, it's the opposition that'll benefit. Okay, so the reformists. Hold on. By the way, where do we look at the legislature? I think we should probably do that. Like, so we could look at the overview. This will be good in the future whenever I need to, like, catch back up on, wait, where am I? That kind of stuff. But I wanted to look at our legislature. Don't remember where it is or if that. Oh, here we go. The Legislative Assembly. So it's connections on the right, then legislation. So our government is the USP, which accounts for 130 of the 250 total votes. So we have a quite slim majority. Our speaker here is Gloria Tori, which, Tori. And then the opposition party here is the PF, JP, who we were just talking about. Then there's the NFP, which is kind of like Seoul didn't go far enough. And then there's the Independents, very, very small. Bernard Zeros here. Spokesman. Where's the one bloodish guy? Like he gets elected later. Remus. I think this is somebody who was added later. I don't know if he was a part of the original. He's a big atrocity. Talk about that. Although actually, it's like, well, let me do at least half an hour here. Got it. Sometime you just gotta leave the hook out. See who's gonna pop in the chat. Then there's other stuff to be done. Still working on that thrash. Probably longer than I need to. It's because thrash really gets expensive, and it's like, but I just need to. I want to keep tech thrash in there. It doesn't need to be its own video. Not yet, anyway. Reformist demands are clear. All right, generate. Schizo Voice says, I support the reformists. We need a balance of power in this country. Okay, so the court has final say over constitutional legislation. Without their approval, we cannot even change it. We've got here 2. We must break the power of the Supreme Court one way or another. Okay, it's absurd they get to vote for bills when they aren't even elected. So 3 on this. We can't underestimate the situation. Well, that doesn't really matter, does it? We can figure this out. By the way, I don't remember. Did they ever set it up that you can like look at your own? Oh, that's good. They have a notepad built in here. Or actually, they might always have. But that's terrific. Love to see that. Okay, cool. Yeah, I do. I like that. I like that a lot. So our party still holds 130 out of 250. And by the way, sometimes the information that goes through is crisscross applesauce, a little bit redundant. That's why yeah, I really look forward to when I actually have an audience, so that people could ask when they need me to go over certain stuff. Like right now, I don't know if people are like, no, I'm curious about the legislature. I want to know this. I want to know that. So it's tough. That's why I'm going to be building like a mile wide here in these early days. I'm still going to get some Total War stuff going. In fact, I might even. I genuinely might like just do a half hour of this, stop the stream, set up another stream, get Medieval 2 going. I just got to get a writer thing open for everyone right now. I just need to make just some formation things and porting OBS technicalities. It's an old game. It's harder to stream than something like this. Gotta get the borderless one going and permanent. It's being annoying. Oh, you can see me sinking in the chair. Get up, get up, Victor. All right. So we'll have to convince the justices. The entire process will take a long time, but we must start working with a reform committee to evaluate all possibilities for a new constitution. Possible. Okay, we will write a more democratic constitutional reformists here. It'll be tough to persuade our base if we work with Richter and his band of reformists, but everyone agrees we need a new constitution. All right, Supreme Court will no longer vote on. But yeah, according to the initial draft we made with the reformists, there are 2 changes to the Constitution that are not open for discussion. First, the Supreme Court will no longer vote on constitutional amendments. Second, the president's absolute veto will be taken away. This can be replaced with a limited veto system by fixing the current loop. Okay, you know, I just realized I could just get the. Wait, I want to have the wheel, but I don't want the noise. It'd be cool when we can get to where there's like maybe there's already a way to do that, but like you get sort volume browser by browser, like browser itself has a volume like that. Not high priority. Well, probably don't need. Okay. So let's Oh yeah, so generate 2. Okay, this is not happening. I'd rather not include either of these points. That will not be accepted by the reformists. This draft has been created with the advice of both our party and PFJP members. Keeping your absolute veto over legislation but taking away the Supreme Court's influence over the Assembly would make it look like a power grab. Reformists are pretty loud about their thoughts on the presidential powers, Anton. You know they think this position breeds dictators. So, you could do pivots. Like you're right. Let's work with the reformists, for example. So, I think the game, from what I remember, it is pretty good at like letting you don't feel. I mean, there used to be. I think they've been fixed, but there used to be sometimes be 1 or 2 points where it's like a single decision has way too many ramifications. Now it's kind of a weighted sort of thing. Is my understanding how the coding is now? I mean, like the economy is like the most obvious example of that. Anyway, so let's generate again, and yep, I got number 2. That's right. Let's work with the reform. You know what? Honestly, it's bugging me more than anyone. I want to get the wheel thing up. I want to get it because I feel like, oh, you guys could just trust me or whatever. But no, I want to set it up that I could put like a wheel somewhere here. Maybe I'll put it over the public. What I like is that there's so many ways to get to different areas. So like, get the open here. Here you have multiple ways to get to places. You can look for people, because if you're like, okay, so where was Pete? Yeah, there we go, Peter Vector and that guy, and then you go back, but you go back to the Podex, so we look up like later on if we're going like, what's up with Lucian? We look him up there, boom. The game that really, it's just there's a lot of information, but it's always trying to make sure you have as easy access to that information as possible. All right, so yeah, I want to get the wheel going. I'll probably put it over here, or maybe over the portrait or something, just so we're not working on solely an honor system that I'm randomly generating, because already it's kind of, I mean, I guess it is already getting schizophrenic. I think in the prologue I was taking a lot of choices. It looked like it was leading me to nationalist path, but now it's like I'm kind of going reformist path. And then what's going to happen when I'm actually meeting with Richter? And then I'm going, it's like, not only is the Supreme Court not getting a vote in the legislature, it's like, you're right. The Supreme Court doesn't need a vote in the legislature. We need to take their 9 votes and give it to me, so I've got 10 votes. So we can deal with those bloodish. And Richter's going, as long as we're going to get that, stock market in, where would they want to put it? I feel like you almost don't want... Do you want the stock exchange in your capital? Like, do anyway, so yeah, we'll set that up. Let's at least finish this section out. Yeah, but because I want you guys to know I'm playing it straight up. Straight up. All right, so you see, like right here, we got a 4. So no, I'm just using Google's basic one. Okay, so 4. Members of the National Business Council are in their pockets. Tuscan, the E group will true. But yeah, so the oligarchs. In the context of Sorlin, refers to a select group of individuals who, through strategic acquisition of state assets during periods of privatization, have amassed significant wealth and control over extensive networks. So the National Business Council. So there's like, yeah, Michael Levine here, very vampiric looking. He's the private sector's representative, and Simon Hole, he's states assets, industrial capacities and stuff. Cyril Figgis. Here he's like, I just came through a time machine. Go get them 80s. Dun 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 dun. But also I will suck your blood. It's like I'm an immortal vampire. Mortal interest becomes quite magical. Slathering more sunscreen on himself. Okay, so anyway, what did I click? 4? I don't remember. Generate 1. Okay. Let's say I want to work with them anyway. The new administration is open to talk to businessmen. Okay. Great 1. Wait, now it's Okay. No, it like reset to a 10. Okay, there we go. So roll 4. Let's see. Conrad's son Marcel has ties to this group. Tusk is heading the group. We should make sure he's on our side. He'll be useful as well. He owns a good amount of Bergia steel, one of the 4 largest companies in the country. Okay, so right again. Okay, number 2. I don't want to. Military and general staff are a powerful element in the state, and its history tells us it's a dangerous one too. We do have some room to make structural changes by reducing their budget, for example, but it's quite limited. We're going to say number 2. I don't want to die in prison like Arthur S. Visky did, founder of the Republic of Swordland. Wow, I think he used to be a black and white photo, because he's been dead. I guess it's going to show how much his son looks like him, but I kind of liked it when black and white. So Artur Sadakovsky, which like you just click it, it's gonna go in a circle. Swordist revolutionary, author, politician, founder of the Republic of Swordland, first president, 2037. And then he was imprisoned by Lutheran, who doesn't get a picture. Found guilty of crimes and those. So anyway, he died in prison. Remained in prison until his death in 28 when a fire broke out in Holdsword Prison during heavy fighting, and then he retreats. Many still claim this killed the former president while he is in prison. Like, have my angry face. Fine! Okay. Defense Minister Lancian's more loyal to us compared to Kruger. I think Kruger is the one who I worked under, right? That Lancia captain. All right, see y'all both at the next meeting. Okay, so we got that meeting done. Policies have been updated. Reform committee. We still have a lot of news. Oh, there was a fire in the state archives. After burned for 8 hours. Claimed the incident was damaged. We lost her. Would they put that in the game? Accidental book burn. Archive burning. Somebody on Lucian's trail. Quite a thing to think about, isn't it? Okay, so all right, I'm gonna stop the stream now. Go do a couple things. Come back, stream again. Gonna try to set up a kingdoms thing with Ireland. I think. The Vikings actually. But we're just gonna be checking some functionality basically. Yeah, Royal Island. But yeah, we're just gonna do that. I'm gonna like deliberately do a super easy campaign, and then next one we'll do medium, and then we'll go back to hard, and then I'm not gonna go past hard. I've done the very hard thing back at the. I just I don't need to do that. I don't need to prove myself to anybody, and I want to play a game. I don't want the game to play me. That's what it comes down to. So the type A min-maxer types of these games, you can still subscribe and still definitely super chat, but just also you'll be disappointed. Now I know though that's never stopped anybody. Well, we all know what I'm talking about. And that would be Bergia Steel from. We will maybe have to read. I don't know. Schizophrenic president. Women wear whistle. I need 10 votes and I don't want a court. Bum bum. All right. Yeah, that's it.